Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I did not expect to be doing a video tonight at all, but I could not let this first fabric frenzy of mine end without thanking everyone so much who hung out with me all frigging day during this frenzy. I've been awake since 6 a.m. From 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. I did everything in my power to go back to sleep, and I couldn't. So I got up at 8, and my first Fabric Frenzy listing went in the Peanut Gallery group at 10:30 a.m., and the last one was at 10:30 p.m. 32 different listings in all. It went so good. A couple little glitchy mistakes. I have been doing these listings, working on these listings and putting them on my blog a little bit every day for the past few weeks. But even though I did them before, I would check each and every one of them before I put it on the group. And, I caught a couple little mistakes that I had made in the past. And then there were a couple little glitchy things with the buttons, like when orders coming in telling me that it was sold out when it wasn't quite yet. Although I have not packaged anything. Oh my God. You know how much I hate to do packages. It's gonna be a weekend in hell. But once I get that done, will I really know if everything turned out all right. One thing for sure, I am not packaging and, licking, I was gonna say envelopes. Some of you are gonna need boxes. Printing labels and stuff like that until I have everything in order, because if something isn't right, I don't want to have to open mail to see if I made a mistake. What can I say? I have to give a couple of shout outs here. I'm not kidding. Some of you have been with me since morning, probably 5 or 6 or more of you. Big shout out to Leah, Linda, Deborah, Randy, Geraldine, and excuse me if I mispronounce names. That has nothing to do with me being tired. I just am terrible with names. Rebecca, Ada, Randy, and so many more of you. Those are just the ones that I saw the names so often. I have stacks. When I started this morning, I was so proud of myself. I said, I'm going to print the invoice, get that particular panel or piece of fabric, and put it with the invoice, and I'll just do that all day, so at least I'll have all my piles nice and ready. Well, that worked for, let me just show you. I just turned the invoices over so you don't see addresses. But look, I started out so nice. I was like, okay, got my little piles. I'd go get the little panel that went with that invoice. And I was like, this is just going to be, so well organized. And these are the other invoices. I don't know. I think I have like 60 or more here. And I probably still have more to print. And I even ran out of printer paper. I had to go upstairs and I found some other paper. I was like, I don't care what I send through there. But this is a lot of stuff that I have to go through. So tomorrow I'm going to be pulling fabric. Some fabrics have to still be cut because it was yardage and I had to wait to see if somebody was going to get a half a yard or a yard and a half. And that will be how I spend Saturday. Sunday will be actual packaging. Hopefully I'll have at least half of them out for Monday morning. The rest will be Tuesday. There might be some on Wednesday. I don't want to spend every waking moment this weekend on this, so I will have to spread it out a little bit. As much as I'd love to get it all out to you as soon as possible, I need to do some other things like rest. I didn't even eat my first bite of food until 6 p.m. It's just been crazy, but crazy good. I have a couple of things left. I'm going to wrap that up in the Peanut Gallery group and just let people know what's remaining. And again, I hope it's just not like a lot of mistakes. I'm sure everybody will understand if there is. Of course, I would contact you and let you know, and obviously refund anyone if they bought something that no longer existed. I would go by who ordered first, but I think we did pretty good. I mean, I had a pretty decent system. Again, I can't thank you guys enough. I was so worried that, it's not so much that I, you know, went through all the work and then, you know, what if it's all for nothing? But it is a little bit like that. I mean, it's hard to be encouraged to do something every day, and I don't enjoy taking pictures of things and measuring things. And, you know, like I said, I'm in the wrong line of business. I don't like most of what I do. But I do love getting the fabric to other people. That part I absolutely love, and I love that I can even be looking at the fabric. So it's all good. I did a smart thing by starting weeks ago and doing a little bit at a time, and I am going to be doing that once again for the next Fabric Frenzy. There will be one. I'm thinking the beginning of December, because I'm going to Memphis for Thanksgiving, that week of Thanksgiving, that, you know, Sunday through Friday or something like that. So that's going to give me up until then to work on the next one, and then when I come back I can work on it a little bit more. So I'm thinking somewhere around the first week of December. I'd like to do this again. If any of you feel like hanging out with me again, I didn't expect anybody to be with me all 12 hours, and I know some of you were. I mean, you must have been like glued to your computer or to your phone or whatever you're glued to, because I would list something and it's like just boom, in minutes it was gone. And not all of these were just one single item. I had multiples of some. That's why there's so many invoices there. So it was like, wow, these people are just sitting here waiting for this. And I actually feel bad that I put you guys through that, but I'm very glad to have you with me. I'm not going to complain about that at all. And I also put my little pink and brown, what the hell is it called? Quilt. I'm so tired. On eBay. So that is there. Link is always down below to my eBay auctions. I haven't had anything on eBay for like well over a week, maybe close to 2 weeks, because I've been busy on this and I couldn't juggle both. I do want to say, only because I'm sure that there are others out there kind of like me in many ways. And one of my biggest concerns was that I was going to try to pull off this Fabric Frenzy in a group where I don't even let people post or comment. And part of me feels like a complete asshole for not allowing that. But the other part of me is like very proud of myself that I recognize what I need to keep myself as sane as possible, and I'm just going with it. And it's like I'm testing the waters. Is it possible to have successful businesses online by being completely socially inept? I think I'm proof that you can do such a thing. I thought hard about it, and I was like, okay, I can turn comments on for that one day. And then I said, what the hell am I thinking? It's going to be the most frantic day I have had in a very long time. That's the last thing I need, is to be hit with tons of questions, tons of, oh, I got one, or when are you going to be listing the sneak preview that we saw? I just know if comments would have been on, I would have been overwhelmed, and I would not have survived it. I would have been, I would have just turned into a monster. So I couldn't do it, and it was the best thing. I do understand that some of you were probably pissed off that you couldn't ask questions, or, you know, and I understand that too. Believe me, I do. I absolutely understand it. It is bizarre to be in a group, especially when stuff is being sold and you can't ask questions. But the thing is I know most of you, if you really want to get in touch with me, you kind of know how. It's like not hard to find me. But I totally appreciated that things were quiet, except for those of you who did reach out because of a boo-boo or something like that. Totally appreciate that. I guess bottom line is, doing things the way I did not make it a failure. You know what I mean? I sold almost everything that I put up there. So it's possible to do. So if you hesitate on trying things because you think you can't handle it, do it whatever way you can handle it. And if people like your stuff or love you, I have to say that, because people will say, I love you, Darlene, and I'm like, I don't even hear that from my own family, let alone strangers. I don't know. I guess it's just important for me to say, do things your way, do what's right for you, and don't worry about the rest of the world. It'll all fall into place. And if it doesn't, it's probably something else. I don't think that people are all that weirded out by having a quiet group. I really know some of them like it. I have heard from people who are like, oh my God, this is my kind of group, because I've been on Facebook for years and I've never left a comment, you know? And I was like, yeah, that's like me. So I just wanted to let you guys know, thank you for those of you who stick with me through all my highs and lows and my changes of what I do. And you know, I really do appreciate it very much. It's very hard to explain how much that really means to me, because you guys see a lot of sides of me, and I am very lucky to have many super cool people in my online family. I really, really am. And I don't take that for granted. I know it might sound sometimes like I'm very callous, and you know, but it's not. It's not that way. I appreciate it very much. I mean, I really do. I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. I am looking forward to the next Fabric Frenzy, but I'm also looking forward to just getting back to the regular things. And that's it. That's all I can think of. Once again, thank you. Bye.